Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. In this video I am going to be sharing how I do this minimalist makeup look. I'm saying it that way because I am a minimalist, but my makeup look is probably the least minimalist thing about me. Per popular request, I am going to share the entire thing anyway. This is my daily makeup uniform. This is exactly what it looks like all the time. If you've seen my makeup collection video, if you haven't, by the way, I'll throw a card to it up here. But if you have, you know that all the makeup I use is like the makeup I use every day. I don't really have any excess. Almost, with a few exceptions. I very recently moved into a studio apartment, so now that I have limited space, instead of a vanity, I now have all of my makeup in a drawer in the dresser type thing that I have behind me, and I just take the entire drawer out and put my mirror in front of me on my dinner table and go to town and put the drawer right back. I am able to have an entire small vanity every morning and take all of my stuff out and have it really accessible, like I can see everything, and to me it looks quite organized. So even if it doesn't make sense to you, just know that to me it makes perfect sense. If you're here for the first time, hello, I am Naja, and this is my channel where I talk about style and beauty from a minimalist perspective. So if that is your thing, consider subscribing to my channel for more videos, and let's get into this daily makeup routine. The first thing that I do every day is I go in with my primer. It's supposed to smooth out the skin, protect the pores during the day, and also just make the makeup you put on top of it stick much better. The one I'm using is from Hourglass, and it's really smooth and comfortable. It has waterproof functions, and most importantly, you're able to breathe right through it, which means during the day when you're wearing your makeup, you can breathe through the makeup rather than pressing it off during the day, and this will of course let your makeup last much longer, since sweating doesn't mean directly pressing off the makeup. Then on top of it I go in with the Hourglass Stick Foundation. A lot of stick foundations tends to be a lot on the heavy or dense side, and this is definitely not. A very little goes a long way. It seems like I'm wearing a lot of dots, but they are all very thin layered, and it's just so pigmented that you can drag it all array around your face. Here very little really goes a long way, and as you can see it looks a little bit yellow on my face. It is actually a little bit more of a neutral color, and as soon as I really buff it all out over my face, it just covers all of my redness and looks really natural, since again I drag it around so much that it's just a really thin layer that, by the way, does not move all day. And here I'm just going in with a little bit of extra. I tend to do that in on my nose and on my cheeks, just because I feel like that is where I need a little bit extra cover, I guess. I'm not sure cover is the good word. Probably is. It's more from like the redness of my face sticking through rather than it's a lot of other stuff, I guess. Then I go in with my concealer for Hourglass. This is actually kind of new for me. I used to also just do my foundation under my eyes, but they launched this and I just am in love with all of their products, so I bought it, and it's so nice. Like, you need very little. I mean, not that I'm wearing particularly little here, but you can just press it out to like such a thin and fine layer, and it does not move the entire day, which means that when you move and blink and all of that during the day, which makes these fine lines that will make fine lines in your concealer, I just have found that it really does not happen with this concealer at all, which I'm really pleased with. The next thing I do is I go in with a powder, also from Hourglass. It does look like, when you look in the pan, it has a bit of color, but it really doesn't. It is 100% transparent, but it does have a little bit of mica powder in it, which just is a little bit of dewy looking, not glittery, but just really smooths and dims out the skin. And after I put my foundation on, it's sort of like the powder that gives it a skin-like effect back, or gives my skin a skin effect back. And then I go in with my bronzer. This is also Hourglass, but I have liked bronzers from other brands in the past. I don't think this is necessarily way more amazing than a few other brands, but I still really like it, and I like the color for me. I try to be sort of a little bit sparse with it, but I don't know, I do really like my bronzer, as I feel like as a quite pale and cool tone person, that together with my gold jewelry though is what brings in the warmth back into my face. And here I go in with one of two blushers that I have. This is Orgasm from NARS. It has a little bit of gold shimmer in it, very little though, but I just think it suits my skin tone and my face really well. And as you can see, I bring it all the way up to my temples. Now I'm just fixing it a little bit, but I think bringing it all the way up gives again more of a natural coming from within type of look rather than having it be makeup on your face. Then I'm going in with a Dior highlighter. There's nothing special about this highlighter other than the fact that I am absolutely in love with it. It just melts in with my skin so well. It has the exact color of my skin. So all you see when you look at it is highlight. As soon as you're in the dark, you won't be able to see that I have a stripe of highlight on, and that is exactly how a highlighter is supposed to match you if you want to go for a natural look. Then the next thing I do is I go in with my Anastasia eyeshadow. This is the color Warm Taupe, even though it's actually more of a neutral taupe. This is pretty much the only eyeshadow that I use. It's just a really neutral, earthy color, and it just looks quite natural and frames my eye really nicely, and that is also what I'm doing here. I'm applying a little bit of it under my eyes because that will really frame the eye really beautifully. If you're someone who is using mascara on your under lashes, I really recommend trying to take a thin brush and put some eyeshadow under your eye instead and trying to skip the mascara. It is going to do the same effect in terms of it is going to frame the eye, but it's going to do so in a much softer and, in my opinion, more natural looking way. Oops, moving it around. Then I tight line, and this is actually something that I do on and off. Right now I'm in a period where I do it. It's just where you go in with your eyeliner. This is one from NARS. Unfortunately, it's expired, so I'm not going to link to it, but I really do like it, which is why I bought 3, even though that's something I normally never do, to store and use it, because that one I have been using for years. But when you tie line between the eyelashes, it just gives a much thicker look for the eyelashes at the base. And again, that is something that will frame the eyes really beautifully, and it will still look really natural. And here I dropped the cap, so that's also gonna take me a little bit of extra time. Next up is my mascara, and I feel like this is definitely an amazing mascara. I'm really in love with it. This one I've also used for I think 2 or 3 years now, and I have tried a few others, for example one from Hourglass when I got a little tester once, but this one is just so amazing. And I mean, I have extremely long lashes already, as you can see, so I'm not sure that this would be my first recommendation for shorter lashes or lashes that needs to be bent. But if you are someone who's already happy with the shape and the length of your lashes, this mascara is really nice because it does not crumple, but still it is not waterproof, so it's pretty easy to take off during the day, and it's not super heavy. I don't know, I really like it. Actually, there you can see that I am touching my eyelid with my mascara, which is something on a daily basis I tend to give absolutely 0 fucks about. I usually go in, sorry for the swearing, but this is who I am. I usually just go in with, I didn't even do that here, I think I forgot, but I usually go in with like a little eyeshadow brush and just blend it into the eyeshadow. Works every time. Of course, this isn't gonna work if you've done like an intricate eye look, but I never do that, so I just blend it right back in there. Here you just saw me do my eyebrows. The only thing I use is just I use a see-through gel on them that sets them throughout the day, but that is my eyebrows done, which is definitely the low maintenance part of my routine. And here I'm going in with a lip liner pretty close to my nude, or my own lip color. And I try to frame them, not even like perfectly, I don't make them bigger, or I don't make my lips bigger, I just go for my exact own lip line and then I fill in the color a tiny bit. And then I will go in with a lip gloss, usually just in the middle, to give it a little bit of a wet look. So that is actually my finished beauty routine. As I can see on the clock, it took almost 9 minutes, which I think is probably pretty representative. I definitely think I sometimes do it a bit quicker. I can't help myself sitting here on the camera and then blending a little bit extra when I see it doesn't look perfect, but in general that takes me maybe a little bit shorter when I'm doing it on my own, maybe 7-8 minutes, I don't know. If you liked the video, please give it a like so that I know, but also because it really does help out my tiny channel tremendously. And have a good day and thanks for watching. Bye bye!